Welcome to Mailbox Monday and Stacking the Shelves for October, 21st. I got a lot of ebooks this week for review, and it's not really that I got that many for review, it's that I didn't realize that Edelweiss wasn't sending me updates when the review copy got approved for me to download, so I logged on to Edelweiss to put a review up there and realized that I had a whole bunch of books that I hadn't downloaded yet. So I'm going to go through those first. The first one of those that I downloaded, and this was actually from NetGalley, I printed them all out so you can see pictures, was Will o' the Wisp by it's Aurora Grimlin, and it's somebody Hammock and Hutchinson. Anyways, it's a graphic novel about a girl whose parents are poisoned by mushrooms, and she ends up moving in with her grandfather, who lives on an island full of graves. And while she's there, she kind of awakens this evil, and there's a lot of like hoodoo magic explained because it's in a southern swamp, so there's like a voodoo priestess there and whatever. It was really well done. I suppose I don't need to review it here, but I already read it. It was well done. The artwork wasn't great, but it was fine. It's a young adult kind of paranormal graphic novel. And I apologize, I have a cold, so I'm working on that. The next one I got was I Am Pushing the Cat, and that's by Claire Belton, and she runs a blog basically that has a webcomic of Pushing the Cat, who's a fat tabby cat who's kind of like Hello Kitty, but here, bring her here. We've got my cat wants to come join here. See, this is Cheza. She's been in another video too.
The fat one.
She was hiding in my son's room and causing trouble, so he was trying to go to sleep but was getting upset at her. Alright, so Pushing a Cat, I don't know, I also read this one already. It's just a book of some of the web comics that were in there. It's a very cutesy little coffee table type book. So, yeah, I'll be posting a review of that next week. So if you're curious, just come on over and check my blog. The third one I got for digital download was The Spider by Jennifer Estep. This is the, I believe, 11th Elemental Assassin book. It's actually a prequel, so it tells the story of what happened to Jim Blanco before all the other books. The Elemental Assassin books are urban fantasies. They're adult, and they're about basically Jin's an assassin, and not everybody, but a lot of people in the world can use elemental powers. And Jin can use ice and stone powers. I've really enjoyed that series. I haven't enjoyed the more recent books as much as the previous ones, but hopefully this prequel will be a good story. Next I got Death Sworn by Leah Cypress. I know Leah Cypress has written some other young adult books. I have not read anything by her, but this is supposed to be a fantasy novel, and it has a beautiful cover, and it sounded really cool, so I got to review. The next ebook I got for review is Dead Set by Richard Cadre. I'm a big fan of Richard Cadre. He writes the Sandman Slim series, which is urban fantasy, but very gritty, action-packed kind of stuff. And I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to see. This is a new series from him, not the Sandman Slim series. It's supposed to be about ghosts. It's like a paranormal urban fantasy thing. And I'm excited to read it and see what it's all about. And then the next one I got for ebook review is Her Dark Curiosity by Megan Shepard. This is... I'm getting help again. My cat. Hopefully she doesn't knock the thing over. Don't knock the camera over, sweetheart. Her Dark Curiosity is the second book in the series called The Madman's Daughter. And this is a retelling of The Island of Dr. Moreau. Apparently Her Dark Curiosity is kind of retelling of a different thing. I think it's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. But it uses the same heroine as in The Madman's Daughter. So I really like The Madman's Daughter. So again, I'm excited to read Her Dark Curiosity. Hopefully I'll be reading that one soon. And then the last one I got is Lady Thief by A.C. Goggin. And this is the second book in the Scarlet series. I have not read Scarlet, and ironically, it's in my pile of books that I got. Other books, like paper books that I got to read. These are fantasy novels, and that's all I know about them. I've heard that they're really, really good. And I'm getting like so much help tonight. Yes! Are you very helpful? She's very helpful. She's very cute. Want to say hi? Hi. Yeah, you look happy. All right, we're going to try to get rid of the cat again for a while. Okay, so that was it for ebooks. I know there was quite a few of them. But again, that's because I had a whole bunch waiting for me and I didn't know it. So there's 7 of those. I got one additional book for review. So this is my last for review book. And that's A Dance of Cloaks by David Dalglish. This has been out for a while, I think, maybe in the UK. I don't know. I've seen it out for a while. It's re-releasing through Orbit in October, later October. I believe it's a trilogy. It's a Shadow Dance trilogy, and the other books are already out. At least I've seen them online. So, more like epic fantasy. Think in the same vein as like Michael J. Sullivan. He wrote a little blurb in here: fast, fabulous, and furious. So, anyways, yeah, I always like straight fantasy, so I'm looking forward to that. It looks like the other 2 books are Dance of Blades and Dance of Mirrors. So I'm not sure if they're re-releasing it in paperback or why it's being re-released. Okay, that's all I got for review. I did get one book that I swapped, and that is Shadowborn by Allison Sinclair. This is the 3rd book in the, what do they call this trilogy? I think it's the Lightborn trilogy. So the books in this were Darkborn, Lightborn, and this is Shadowborn. This is a fantasy novel about a race of people who can only live in the sunlight and another race of people who can only live in the dark, and they have all these sort of conflicts, and I haven't read any of them, but I've got the first 2, and eventually I will get around to read. I almost read it when I was on the plane because it's a smaller book, and I thought, oh, I'll read. But anyways, so that should be a fun read. And then I got 2 books from the library. The first one is The Real Boy by Anne Ursu, and Anne Ursu wrote Breadcrumbs, and that was like one of my all-time favorite books, which is such a great book. It was a little bit of a retelling of The Snow Queen, but more than that. And I don't know much about this, but it's about a boy who ends up in a strange magical place. So I can read the blurb real quick. It says, on an island on the edge of an immense sea, there is a city, a fortress, and a boy. The city is called Asteri, a perfect city saved by the magic woven into its walls when a devastating plague swept through the world years before. The forest is called the Barrow, a vast wood of ancient trees that encircles the city and feeds the earth with magic. And the boy is called Oscar, the sharp shop boy for the most powerful magician in the Barrow, who spends his days in the dark cellar of his master's shop, grinding herbs and dreaming of the wizards who once lived on the island. Oscar's world is small, but he likes it that way. The real world is vast, strange, and unpredictable, and Oscar does not quite fit in. So anyways, he ends up going on an adventure of some sort, and since I liked her so much, I went ahead and got it as soon as the library got it in. The other one I got from the library is Scarlet by A.G. Goggin, and this is the first book that precedes The Lady Thief, and so I'm excited to read this. This is supposedly a retelling of Robin Hood, and I like that story, so I'm excited to read it. And that's all I have this week. So I apologize. I kind of have a cold, so I'm like sniffling and not talking very well. But I hope you guys all got great books and that you have a great week of reading ahead of you. And I will talk to you, well, I won't talk to you next week because I'm going to be in New Orleans for a wedding. But I will talk to you guys the week after that. So have fun. Talk to you later. Bye.